Hello.
Hello, hello. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm really great. Thanks so much for asking. What is your name?
What was that last part?
I'm great. Thanks so much for asking. What's your name, please?
Oh, my name is Anna.
It's nice to meet you, Anna. I'm Richard.
Nice to meet you too, Richard.
And Anna, I'm from Brazil. I'm 23 years old. And what about you? Where are you from?
I'm from the US and I'm 27 years old.
That's awesome. Anna, I've been here on Cambly for a while, and I have been working on a method to increase my vocabulary as well as my pronunciation, my variety of words.
Mm-hmm.
And I came up with a good game. It's called Describing Pictures. And could
Oh,
you please send me a picture. You can look it up on the internet, and I have to
okay.
describe it. And after I do it, I'm going to send you the same thing, and you describe it, please.
Send you a picture. I don't think I can send you pictures through here though.
Yeah, I think you can
Um,
share your screen here
I
on
can.
Cambly, can't you?
I don't see that option. Hold on. Let's see.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, that's good.
I'm going to. Okay, do you just search in images from Google?
Yeah, you can only send me the link. You don't need to share your screen.
Okay.
If you send me the link, I can open it and I can describe it, please.
Any kind of pictures?
Any kind of pictures, your
Hmm.
preference.
Oh, okay.
Yes, the reason why I love doing this is because yesterday I was watching a lot of videos on YouTube related to IELTS, and
Mm-hmm.
the people there were asking all sort of questions. For example, there were lots of pictures, and the students had to describe the picture and develop a topic
Mm-hmm.
related to it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I was so intrigued by that because I was like, oh, I needed to work on that.
Oh, all right. So are you going to take that test?
I hope so one day. I'd like to increase my English more.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe by the end of the year, I will apply for it, God willing.
Maybe next year.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I think you're doing pretty well so far.
Oh, thanks so much.
Yeah,
Thanks so
this is
much. I've
going
been on
very
Cambly
smoothly.
for almost 2 years. So it's been about 1 year and 7 months. And Cambly has been helping me so much to increase my English, to develop a new method of speaking. In the beginning, it was so shy, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't know what to say. I was so afraid of making mistake in front of native speakers. But right now, I just let it go and just talk. I think that's the best way to improve our
Yeah.
English, right?
No, I think most tutors here are very, very relaxed, so this can be very fun. You can just go ahead and we'll be patient. We'll help you through it. So I can see that that has worked pretty well so far because your English is very
Thank you.
good.
Oh, thanks so much. Thanks so much. I'm so glad to hear that because it's been a hard time, to study English. Sometimes we don't have time. We have to work. We have to go to college.
Mm-hmm.
And I have been organizing my time to be able to study English and to do everything. And during this quarantine, I
Mm-hmm.
think that's the time uh, we have to use to improve our skills.
Yeah.
And, and what about you? Do you speak another language?
Some Spanish, and I've been wanting to learn French for a very
That's great.
long time. But
That's great. That's awesome. Do you speak Spanish fluently?
yeah,
That's great.
and
That's great. How
so
did
I
you
was
learn it?
so I was thinking French would be like the mixture of Spanish and English, kind of, you know.
Yeah.
But that seems like a very difficult language. I can't even imagine like with Portuguese. I think it's a bit more complicated.
Yeah. A lot of you guys have been saying that Portuguese it's really hard to learn, right?
Mhm.
It's pretty similar to Spanish, but it's not as easy as people think.
Yeah.
Sometimes people say, "Oh, as you speak Portuguese, you are able to speak Spanish too." And oh, slow down.
No.
It's not that easy.
I
It's
think.
not that easy. It takes time. It takes effort,
Mhm.
and it takes a lot of time, right?
Yeah, I think maybe Italian is a bit gets a bit more close to Spanish, maybe. The pronunciation at least, with Italian.
Yes, I would love to learn Italian too.
Yeah. Yeah, go to
I think by my
Italy.
30s, yeah, by my 30s, I'd love to learn at least 4 languages.
4?
I don't know, four.
Okay.
I've been studying also Spanish,
So you Portuguese, English,
Portuguese, and Spanish.
Spanish, and
Yeah,
what would
I'd love to
be
learn.
the fourth one?
Maybe I'd like to learn either Italian or French. I don't know, or an Asian language. I'm thinking
Ooh.
about that. Yeah, I'm still
Ooh.
thinking about. Yeah,
Oh,
but you know,
those are some
I'm
big
just taking my
goals.
time. Yeah,
You have
I don't
time.
know.
Yeah, you have
Yeah,
time.
I have
I only have
but I don't know.
3 years.
Yeah, but I don't know whether I will have to. You know, if I will have, if I am, I will be able to accomplish that. But okay, let's try
No,
it.
I think you totally can. You already have the English. I think you're like a very great percentage down with English. So then you would go with Spanish, and then the next one. You have 7 years for that. You can definitely do it.
Well, thanks so much. I'm so
You've
glad to hear
inspired me. I think maybe I will try to make a goal, something similar to that. So
that.
maybe go to the third one.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, learning language is so awesome. I've been learning
Yeah.
so many things.
Yeah, for sure. I like the part about the fact that you learn another language and you also learn like a whole nother culture.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yesterday I was also reading about the American culture, and I was reading about Labor Day.
Mm-hmm.
Labor Day in the United States, it's on the first Monday in September, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
And also as well as about history, for example, Christopher Columbus. You guys learn a line in 1492. Columbus sailed the ocean blue, right?
Yeah.
As well as, let me see, Easter in April, Mother's and Father's Day. Mother's Day, it's on the second Sunday in May.
May. Mm-hmm.
Mother's Day is the third Sunday in June. So yeah, so I have
You
been
don't have those
doing my homework.
holidays?
What?
You don't have those
What,
holidays
please?
in Brazil?
No, we do.
Yeah.
We have it. But certain holidays, it's not, on the same date.
Oh,
But I think, yeah, but Mother's Day and I think Father's Day, it's on the same date.
it's on the same date. Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, so you
exactly.
celebrated Mother's Day yesterday.
Yes, it was really
Yeah.
great to hang out with my mother. I gave her a gift, and she was so happy.
Oh, that's nice.
And I also visited my grandma.
Mm-hmm.
She is 83 right now. And yeah, and I also gave her a present, and she was really happy too.
Oh, of course.
And what about you?
Um,
What did you do yesterday for Mother's Day?
Well, I don't have any grandmothers anymore. Both of them have passed away now.
I see.
But I still have my mother, so I'm very fortunate. She's a great woman. And went over the weekend to visit her. I gave her some pot holders because she loves her garden. So I gave her
That's
a
great.
little stand, you know, to put different pots in it.
Ah, that's great.
And some carnations to put in there.
That's great. My grandma, she also loves garden.
Mm-hmm.
She has lots of plants and things like that in her garden, and that's great. And
Yeah.
what do you guys usually do on Mother's Day? You guys usually visit your parents? Do you have some culture? You
Some
do something
traditions?
cultural? Yeah, some tradition.
No, it's basically just visiting your mother, giving her some flowers. For the most part, it's just flowers. Thanking her. We
Yeah,
try to make it about her day and for her to relax, you know, so they don't have to work. They do most of
yeah,
the year, but that day we try to let them not clean, not cook, that sort of stuff.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
but
so
that's
awesome.
basically it. Yeah.
Yeah, we usually do the same. In my family, especially, we usually gather around my grandma's house and we have usually barbecue. We give presents to my grandma and to the mothers. And that's great. We love talking about all sort of things, and that's great. That's really great. But during this hard period, uh, each person of my family stayed at home,
Mhm.
and only called and things like that.
Yeah.
Es- Especially elderly people, they have to be protected from
Yeah, yeah.
other people.
Of course. Yeah, but you still show you care. I mean, a call is still something nice. It's a nice gesture. You can
Yeah, it
see them,
is.
hear their voice, and you can send a gift.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So that's a great gesture.
Yeah.
And
Do you have any
besides,
kids? Oh, sorry.
go ahead. No, no, I don't know. Go ahead, please.
No, I was just wondering if you have any kids of your own. Maybe you have your own
No, I
friend
don't.
or wife.
I No, I don't. I have a brother, and I still live with my parents. And I graduated from college last year.
Oh,
I am right now
congratulations.
an electrical engineer.
Wow.
Yeah, and yeah, I've been working on my languages right now.
Oh my goodness. Well, that sounds, from what I know about that career, it's not easy.
No, it's not.
So
It's not
you
that easy.
finished very young and now you're studying English and man, you are on it.
Oh, thank you. Thanks so much for
Yeah.
saying that. And yeah, it was hard, because I studied for 5 years in my college. And yeah, but thank God I could do it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I didn't have my graduation party, but hopefully after this hard period, I'm able to have it because I was looking forward to having that a lot,
Oh,
to put on the cap and what is it called, please? That clothes,
the
the
gown,
the
the
gown,
gown, the long
exactly,
one.
exactly. Yeah, it is a dream of mine, and
Yeah,
hopefully after the period, I'd like to be able to go to my graduation party. And
definitely.
what about you?
Yeah, you
Did
definitely
you
have
go
to
to college?
celebrate. Well, I graduated a couple years ago. It's been a while now for me.
Hmm.
Um, for us, we didn't really plan anything. My graduating class, because they
Okay.
couldn't decide on whether they wanted to make a trip or whether they wanted to make a party. So
I
Basically,
see.
just a ceremony, and then everybody went their separate ways to do whatever they wanted to do. I just did a small dinner at my house with my family. That's how I celebrate. But for me, it was just like, it's all finished. Thank goodness. And on to the next thing, which is finding a job and getting to practice what I studied, you know?
Yeah, that's great. What did you study in college?
Education.
Education, English education especially, or all kind of education?
All kinds.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah, but you
What
can
do you
tell from
intend
my
to
background
do?
that it's more focused on, at first it was more focused on children.
I see. Yeah, I can
Yeah.
tell behind you a lot of numbers
Uh-huh.
and a lot of things.
Yeah.
That's great. That's very great.
Mm-hmm.
Do you work here on Cambly Kids as well?
No, I'm starting first with adults. Then I'll try. I'll try with Cambly Kids because I think that's what I was aiming for, but I see that it's like a new thing here on Cambly. Because I think
Yeah.
it was first with adults and now they're starting barely with Cambly Kids. That's what I
I see. I see. That's so great. When we teach kids, for example, you guys have to have more energy, right?
Yeah.
To be like, hi, hello,
Yeah.
my name is.
Yeah. We have to meet their energy because they
Yeah, but
do. So we have to be that way too. Yeah. I
yes,
actually had
because they.
yeah.
Go ahead, please. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I actually had a little girl with one of these accounts, one of the adult accounts. So I got to give her a short lesson here, and I was just about to bring out my props. See, I was just about to bring them out, and
That's good.
and her connection went out, and she had to leave the classroom. So
I see. Yeah, my connection is also poor today. Sometimes it's hard to study on the internet, but unfortunately, I think I think the internet sometimes it gets better and it gets worse sometimes. So technology is great, but sometimes it can be a little bit rough, right?
yeah, that's the deal. Is it very late over there?
Yeah, it is. It's 12:41 a.m. right now. It's
Oh,
kind of
you're
late.
3 hours ahead of time.
Yeah, 3 hours ahead.
Wow.
And the reason why I am still woke up is because I was watching TV shows. I was watching The Big Bang Theory,
Oh, nice.
and sometimes I lose the track of time. And I was like, oh, I need to study on Cambly. Otherwise, I will lose my time. Because here on Cambly, we have to study every single day by 3 a.m.
Oh.
If I don't study by 3 a.m., I lose my time.
Oh, I didn't know that. Or maybe I
Yeah,
read something like that somewhere.
yeah, they don't
Info.
accumulate the time, unfortunately.
Oh, that's when you're still
Yeah,
awake.
yeah, that's right.
Otherwise, you would have kept going with the Big Bang Theory, right?
Yes, exactly. But tomorrow I will keep watching it.
Continue.
Yeah, but it has a hard English, especially because the characters they are scientists.
Yeah.
So, have you ever watched it?
Yeah. I didn't finish it. I stopped watching once all of them started getting into couples. I don't know if you're there yet. I don't know if I'm spoiling you.
I am in the 9th season right now.
So are they already in couples?
Sheldon and Amy.
Yeah, Sheldon, Amy, Leonard, Penny.
Yeah. Leonard and Penny, they are a couple. They are going to marry.
Yeah, you went farther
They
than
are
I
going to
did.
get married. Yeah, they're going to get married, and Sheldon and Amy they broke up because I'm going to watch the first episode of the 9th season.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to, I'd like to know what will happen. But
You're going to find out why.
yeah, I'd like to find out why
Oh.
exactly. But what TV show do you like to watch the most?
It depends. It depends on like my mood. Sometimes I want comedy, sometimes I want some action. Last one that I finished, like all the way through, kind of like you with The Big Bang Theory, was The Office.
The Office.
Have you heard of that one?
Well, a lot of people, yes, I have. A lot of people say good things about that TV show. Is that really good?
The same thing that you're doing with The Big Bang Theory, where you're staying up late to watch it. The same with The Office.
You know, I think, isn't in that TV show where people curse each other a lot?
They curse each other?
Yeah, curse each other out.
Mm.
They offend each other. I think I have heard about it. Right?
Pranks.
Pranks?
Do you know what that is?
Prank? Yeah, I know what I mean. What it means.
Yeah, that's what they did. I don't remember them using bad words.
Ah, I see. So do they swear, things like that?
No, I don't think so. No, they.
Okay. No, I think it's other. I think it's another TV show then.
Yeah, no, they bleeped it out whenever it did come up, but it wasn't like all the time at all. Yeah, it was just silly pranks, you know.
I see.
Very
That's great.
funny.
And before watching The Office, what TV show did you watch?
Let's see, before that one. Goodness. Now I can't remember. That one, Office had 9 seasons, I think. Yeah. 9 seasons. So it was a while back. I can't remember which one I finished. I think it was in May.
You know, I finished Everybody Hates Chris. Yes, actually, I have been still watching Everybody Hates Chris, but not as much as I watched The Big Bang Theory, because I have a method, you know, for learning English. I like watching the same TV show a lot of times to pick up the slang, the accent, pronunciation. So that's why I think I've watched Everybody Hates Chris 4 times already. Yeah, but right now I have been watching it, reading the subtitles carefully at the same time, you know, while I watch the TV show.
That's a very good strategy. That's very good.
I'd like to understand the nuances, because sometimes, for example, there was an episode which Chris wanted to go to the park, and he told his friend, "Let's go down to the park." I was like, why did he say, "Let's go down to the park"? Why didn't he just say, "Let's go to the park"? And sometimes I feel like, oh, I have to understand it.
Yeah.
The nuances.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good strategy, especially when you're watching different types of shows, because they all have their style.
Yes, that's really interesting. So I love watching TV shows, and I think that's the best way to learn a new language. And yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Have you been practicing your Spanish?
A little, yeah. Sometimes I kind of forget. You know, you get stuck in a language because you're using it and you're thinking in that language all day, that when you want to switch, it's like you have to.
Yeah,
look back. And sometimes I will still kind of blank on a word where I can't remember.
yeah,
So I'll just say it in
yeah,
English.
that's normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's normal. Even though I haven't been abroad yet, I study so much English that sometimes I feel immersed in the language, you know, especially during this time.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really interesting. I think when I go to the United States or to an English speaking country, it will be an excellent experience for me, to be able to use my English in
Yeah.
person with a lot of people. Yeah, that's a dream of mine.
No, yeah, you've got the right idea. Definitely, you should be immersed as much as you can in English. I mean, I know you live in Brazil, and of course, you're not going to forget Portuguese, and but still, if you can immerse yourself with English everywhere, with music, with movies, TV shows, if you want, sometimes like a magazine or something like that, you'll absorb it much quicker, and you also get like part of the culture, I guess. So when you go and travel, it'll be like, I'm from here, you know.
Yeah, yeah, and that's really interesting to learn about the culture. So I don't just wanna understand the language. I'd like to learn also the culture, because I think that's interesting. It helps us a lot to increase our knowledge, right?
Definitely. And I
That's
think to grow as a person too. You
yeah,
learn another language,
yes,
you get part of the culture too, and I think in a way you kind of understand other people better.
yeah, absolutely.
If you learn another language, then it's not just like, oh, I'm 100% Brazilian or 100% whichever country. No, you're a human being. You belong in this planet,
Yeah,
and everybody is a human being. No matter which country you go, what language they speak, you respect people better, you know?
exactly. I totally agree with you. We have to connect to people in a certain way that we can have more than just a conversation. That's great to share experiences, because there are so many prejudices in the world, and that's not good.
Mm-hmm.
So knowing the language of a lot of countries, and knowing how to communicate and to relate to people, that's the best way to be more informed and to grow as a person, as you said. So totally agree with you.
Yeah, yeah,
And
definitely.
once I talked to a person from Vietnam.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that guy, is he speaks Vietnamese, but we were able to communicate through English. So English is not our first language, and we communicate in English, and it was so delightful. I was like, oh, that's great. That's why I love English. It connects us with a
Yeah.
lot of people.
Yeah, that's another very good point. I mean, it's about learning another language so you can talk to somebody from that country. With English, you have that benefit where most people, maybe you won't be able to learn every language in the world, but if you
Yeah,
English, that can also open so many doors. Lots of different countries teach English.
yeah, it
I've
can.
had that too,
So
with connecting people from two sides, just me being a translator. And English was both of their second language. Does that make sense? Neither of them knew
yeah, it
each other's language, and I was there like, okay, I can hear you, and I'm just like switching back and forth with English being the middle language to put us all together.
That's awesome. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's so incredible. Being a translator, yeah, it can be hard, right? Sometimes.
yeah.
Have you ever had to change the meaning of words, to sound more? polite, I think like that.
To sound more polite,
Polite or more, or to,
more considerate.
yeah, more considerate. Yeah.
So far, I haven't had that issue. Most of the time, it's just been like technical, the trans. So there isn't that much of a, an issue of people being kind of rude. So it's just been like,
Yeah. I
thankfully.
see. Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I would love my English to be near as good as my Portuguese. I know it will never be as good as my Portuguese, but that should be close to that. On a level where I can express myself confidently about every single topic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I would like.
Yeah, I think you can do that. Maybe you'll end up like me, where you'll forget words in the other language when you're switching, because your mind will be like switching.
Yeah, that's so interesting
Has that
because
happened to you?
sometimes, yeah, it happened. There was one time where I was talking to my mother and to other people, and I wanted to answer in Portuguese, but certainly I answered in English. I was like, no, no, it's not English. And and when I'm talking here on Cambly,
Mm-hmm.
my mind is completely into English.
Wow.
So I'm not thinking in my first language. I kind of become illiterate in my first language because I don't want to think in Portuguese. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So, and sometimes when I'm here on Cambly, sometimes my mother asks me a question, and I feel like, it's
What did
hard
you say?
to turn into my first language. Yeah, it's so incredible.
Wow, that is incredible. Really, that you have that mental switch. I think I have
Yeah,
that. We're just that's really good. That's a great sign. If you're already doing that, then for sure, you can take the test next year and you can be very fluent in English, comparable to your Portuguese.
Oh, thanks so much. Thanks so much for saying that. you know, right now it's almost 1 a.m. It's really late, and right now I gotta go, but
Oh,
it
I was
was
just gonna
nice
share
talking
the
to you.
picture. I was just like, you've been asking me for the picture, and I had it set up here, but we were talking and talking, so I was like, that's okay.
Yeah, the topic was so interesting, so I forgot about it.
Well,
Maybe another time.
yeah, maybe for next time. What I searched
Yeah.
was Scotland castles. Castles in Scotland.
Scotland, yes.
Yeah.
That's great.
So it was
That's
kind of what we
interesting.
were talking about, traveling the world and yeah.
Yeah, that's great. So thanks so much. It was nice talking to
It was
you.
very nice talking to you
And
too. Very nice,
yes,
Richard.
and
It
next
was a
time
joy.
we
We'll see you next
next
time.
time we describe our picture.
Yeah.
Take care.
Yeah. Sleep well.
You too. Take care. Bye. Thank you.
Bye.